Here's the hard truth. If she's not calling or texting you first, you're just another option in her world of constant attention. Modern women don't chase men who blend in, they pursue those who stand out, who make them feel something real. If you're done being the one who always reaches out, keep watching. I'm about to reveal the exact moves that will shift the balance, making her reach out to you and crave your attention like never before. Section 1. The Power of Absence and the Mystery Factor. In today's world, where technology keeps us connected 24/7, it's easy to fall into the trap of constant availability. The modern woman is accustomed to rapid replies, the ping of notifications, and endless scrolling. So, what happens when you break the mold? When you intentionally create space and become less available, you harness a powerful psychological principle: scarcity. What's scarce becomes more valuable, and the same applies to your attention. But why is this so effective? Think about the last time someone you were interested in suddenly became less communicative. Chances are, you thought about them more, wondered what they were up to, and maybe even felt a twinge of insecurity. This is because our brains are wired to crave resolution, to close those open loops of curiosity. When you don't always respond instantly or make it known that you're available at all times, you create an aura of mystery. The modern woman, who is used to being constantly pursued, will find herself in an unfamiliar position. She'll be the one thinking about you. Now, don't misunderstand this concept. It's not about manipulation or ghosting someone to gain an upper hand. Instead, it's about showcasing your value and reinforcing that you have a fulfilling, balanced life. How do you strike this balance? Be genuine, dedicate time to your hobbies, projects, or fitness goals. Spend quality time with friends, or engage in activities that genuinely interest you. When she reaches out, and you don't reply right away, it's not because you're playing games, it's because you're invested in your own growth and happiness. This behavior signals to her subconscious that you're not needy or dependent on her for your sense of purpose. You become someone she views as secure, self-sufficient, and intriguing. Over time, she'll start to associate your absence with positive feelings, anticipation, and even a subtle longing to know more about your life. Section 2. Mastering the Unexpected Compliment. Think of the typical compliments women receive: "You're gorgeous," "Nice smile," "You look amazing." While flattering, these statements rarely leave a lasting impression. For the modern woman, who's bombarded with attention, such comments can feel empty and insincere. So, how do you make a genuine impact that makes her stop and think about you long after the conversation ends? The answer lies in mastering the art of the expected compliment. Start by paying attention to what she talks about passionately. Does she have a hobby she loves? Is there a project she's been working on for months that she's proud of? Notice the way her eyes light up when she discusses her latest travel experience, or the little gestures she makes when she's deep in thought. When you compliment these details, you're telling her that you're not just looking at her, you're seeing her. A simple remark like, "I really admire the way you get so excited when you talk about your art, it's contagious," goes miles beyond telling her she's pretty. Why is this so effective? The answer is twofold. First, it sets you apart. While other men might focus on the superficial, you're appreciating her character, intellect, and emotions. Second, it taps into her sense of self-worth and identity. Women want to feel valued for who they truly are, not just for how they look. This level of attention tells her that you're genuinely interested and engaged, creating an emotional connection that makes her think about you long after the conversation ends. Moreover, these types of compliments foster trust. They show that you're observant and care enough to understand her beyond surface-level interactions. When a woman feels seen and appreciated for who she is, she's naturally drawn to the person who brings that feeling out in her. This creates a feedback loop, where she'll reach out more often, wanting to share more with you because she feels valued and understood. Section 3. Maintaining your purpose and independence. Let's dive deeper into the trait that distinguishes high-value men from the rest: a strong sense of purpose. Purpose isn't just about having a job or a hobby. it's about having a deep-rooted passion and drive that fuels your life. For modern women, who are more empowered and ambitious than ever, this quality is immensely attractive. They don't want to be someone's entire world, they want to be part of a world that's already thriving. When you make it clear that you're on your own journey, whether it's building your career, pursuing personal development, or achieving a fitness milestone, it sends a powerful message. It shows that you're not waiting for her to text back to validate your self-worth, or spending all day thinking about how to get her attention. You're driven by your goals, and she'll notice that. This doesn't just capture her attention, it earns her respect. However, maintaining your purpose goes beyond just saying you're busy. It requires showing her through your actions. If she knows that your Saturday mornings are for training for that half marathon, or that you're working late to pitch a big idea at work, it reinforces the idea that you have priorities. You aren't available to drop everything for her at a moment's notice, and that scarcity of your time and attention makes it more valuable. What's more, this behavior sparks admiration. The modern woman wants a partner she can admire, someone who motivates her to push herself further. When she sees you pursuing your goals relentlessly, she'll be drawn to your energy and ambition. Over time, she'll want to be a part of that, to share in your wins and be there as you strive for new heights. And that's when she'll start calling and texting, not out of obligation, but because she's genuinely invested in who you are. Dynamic is powerful. A high-value man with purpose not only attracts, but also sustains interest. It's a partnership where both individuals inspire and uplift each other. The key is authenticity. Live your life for you, not for the validation that comes from her attention. When she sees that you're committed to your path, she'll be eager to join the journey, knowing that being with you means being part of something bigger than just a relationship. Section 4, The Art of Subtle Challenges. The art of subtle challenges is an essential tool in captivating the interest of a modern woman, especially in today's dating landscape, where predictability often leads to disinterest. Women, who are self-assured and independent, don't just want someone who agrees with everything they say, they seek a partner who can offer stimulating conversation, thought-provoking debates, someone who challenges them mentally and emotionally. So, what does this look like in practice? Imagine, in a conversation, where she shares her views on a popular topic, like her favorite movies or her stance on current events. Instead of nodding in agreement, just to stay on her good side, you could introduce your perspective. For example, if she says her favorite film is a blockbuster action movie, you might respond with, "I get why people love it, but I'm more into films with deep character development. What do you think about those kinds of movies?" This small shift in dialogue turns a typical conversation into an engaging exchange of ideas. The challenge isn't about proving her wrong or dominating the conversation, it's about creating a space where both of you can share and explore differing viewpoints. This kind of dynamic keeps things fresh and stimulates her curiosity. She starts to see you as more than just someone vying for her approval, you become someone who enriches her experiences with new perspectives and insights. This leads her to wonder what other layers there are to your personality, compelling her to initiate more conversations through calls or texts to discover more. Moreover, being a subtle challenger reinforces the idea that you're your own person, with your own set of beliefs and principles. Women today admire men who can stand firm in their views, without being dismissive or arrogant. It shows confidence and depth, qualities that are rare and sought after. By creating this balance, you position yourself as someone she looks forward to talking to, someone who keeps her mentally stimulated and emotionally invested. Section 5, Building Emotional Depth Through Vulnerability. In a generation where everyone is trying to project their most flawless image, vulnerability stands out as a rare and powerful trait. The idea of showing emotional depth is often misunderstood, especially among men who believe that appearing vulnerable will make them seem weak. However, true vulnerability, shown in the right context, is a sign of strength. It's a trait that draws the modern woman in, because it communicates authenticity and relatability. So, how do you exhibit emotional depth in a way that resonates? It begins with sharing stories that reveal your human side. Maybe there was a time when you faced a significant setback, like failing to achieve an important goal or navigating a tough life transition. When you share how you felt during those moments, and what you learned, it allows her to see beyond the confident exterior. For instance, saying, "There was a time when I almost gave up on a dream, but pushing through that taught me so much about myself," can open the door to meaningful conversations. Why is this so effective? Because the modern woman is tired of surface-level connections. Social media and dating apps are filled with highlight reels, but few show the challenges and growth behind the scenes. When you allow yourself to be seen as someone who has faced struggles, it makes you relatable. It shows her that you understand resilience, and that you're emotionally mature. This kind of openness can make her feel more comfortable being vulnerable with you in return, deepening the bond between you. The key to this is balance. You don't want to turn every conversation into a deep dive into your past hardships, but sprinkling in moments of vulnerability when the time is right can be powerful. It's about being open enough to show that you're human, but still strong in your core beliefs and goals. This emotional balance will make her think about you long after the conversation ends and reach out to explore more of these deep connections. Section 6. The importance of unpredictable gestures. Routine, while comfortable, can become monotonous and boring. The modern woman, who is used to constant stimulation in the fast pace of life, seeks out excitement and the unexpected. This doesn't mean you need to plan extravagant surprises or go overboard with grand gestures. Instead, it's the small, thoughtful actions that leave a lasting impression. For example, think about the impact of sending her a song with a message that says, "This made me think of you," or planning an impromptu coffee date to try a new cafe she's mentioned before. These gestures are simple but effective. They show that you're attentive and that you think about her even when you're apart. These actions keep the relationship fresh and engaging, as they break up the routine and infuse an element of surprise. Why does this work so well? Because it creates anticipation. When she doesn't know what thoughtful or light-hearted thing you'll do next, she starts looking forward to hearing from you. This anticipation makes her more inclined to reach out first, wondering what new experience or conversation awaits her. Additionally, these small gestures show creativity and attention to detail, qualities that stand out in a generation that's used to standard, predictable interactions. Unpredictable gestures also show that you're invested, without being overwhelming. They're not about buying affection with material gifts, or trying too hard to impress. They're about creating shared moments that she'll remember. Whether it's leaving a note on her desk with a motivational quote, or suggesting a spontaneous walk in the park, these little acts build a repertoire of shared experiences that make her want to stay connected. Section 7. Being a great listener and observer. Listening is one of the most underappreciated skills in today's fast-paced world. The modern woman, who is used to quick texts and surface-level exchanges, values deep listening more than ever. It's easy to hear words, but actively listening is about tuning into the emotions and meanings behind those words. This skill is rare, and mastering it sets you apart from the crowd. How can you become a great listener? Start by focusing completely on her when she's speaking. This means putting away your phone, making eye contact, and showing genuine interest in what she's saying. Instead of formulating your response while she's talking, practice being fully present. When she shares a story, respond with questions or comments that show you're engaged, like, "That must have been tough. How did you handle that?" Or, "I can see why that made you so excited." Being observant goes hand in hand with listening. Remember details she shares, even the small ones, and bring them up later. If she mentioned she had an important meeting at work, follow up and ask her how it went. If she's passionate about a hobby, learn a bit about it, so you can discuss it meaningfully. This kind of attention to detail makes her feel valued and special. It tells her that you're not just passively engaging, but that you care about her experiences and emotions. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe for more tips. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out. Drop a